Um, and I will let Uri present the case study, but in many ways this is a continuation of our discussion this morning, which many of us are waiting for.
Thank you. Indeed, this is a kind of a continuation of the morning session, which dealt with applying PGD for various purposes. Only that this time, this afternoon, we'll try to focus on, under the title of the quest for an ethical genome, we'll try to discuss, can one use PGD to select for embryos that do not carry the genetic predisposition for specific behavior traits, such as adultery, aggression, sexual preference, and spirituality. It came up this morning that one would allow and pursue PGD procedures, mainly not necessarily when we are talking about carriers of various mutations, but rather when we are looking for homozygous mutations leading to some pathological traits like cystic fibrosis and things like that. And several questions are being raised. Let's say in a case that a PGD procedure is being approved to select against homozygous mutations like cystic fibrosis, and the procedure is on its way, would we allow, under the same circumstances, considering the fact that PGD is already being carried out, to take this opportunity and to allow the parents, or to follow the parents' request, to select against aggression, maybe even for aggression. Maybe if the mother is asking to select for an aggressive child who might survive better the kindergarten or all the path of life, if she doesn't have such a good experience. In this case, we are not only referring to the fate of the future baby itself. Would such an act have a general implication or implications on the general community, the general public, when we are selecting for some spiritual characteristics? Are we affecting the general public? Are we facing some specific general ethical challenges? Do Jewish ethics has to say something about it? And let's take a kind of a hypothetical situation, a nation surrounded by enemies struggling for its survival. Can a special PGD program be initiated to select for aggressive males to strengthen the army? Can we consider it like a pikuach nefesh? How would this affect, the general characteristics of society and the general humankind? So this, of course, questions can refer also to sexual preference, the Frum gene, and so on and so forth. And without further ado, I would like to ask our distinguished members of the panel to maybe give each one of them his view in 10 to 15 minutes about the whole issue. And if we'll try to stay strict with this time limitation, we might be able then to open for the last 15 minutes the stage for questions from the audience. So, as we said, we have here our guest, Professor Eric Schon from Columbia University. So maybe we start with Professor Schon. And then we'll go to Dr. Steinman, and we'll wrap up with Dr. Weinberg.